Hello and welcome back to another ridiculous car build with the Lotus 11. Yes, the monster, the myth, the legend. In every single Forza game, this has always been a monster, a lunatic machine, because it gets 175s on the rear and, well, quite a big engine swap. Now, as a disclaimer, I'm not sure if I was recording this, because I'm recording in advance, I had to go somewhere. However, if there was an update made before this, you see we get the 3-liter V8 racing engine from the Ariel Atom. But if there is an update before this video is released, it's not going to be featured right now, nor will there be a hill climb right now, because I am in the land of Virginia. So, that's my explanation. Also, I don't know how that wing does anything. You don't even notice it until you look at it from the side at that angle. I don't know how that generates downforce in any way, shape, or form. Now, we do have the advantage of 195s on the front and 195s on the rear. And how much do we weigh again? 1,070 pounds. I don't know how this car is going to handle. Now, every time I've taken it down the Mouzlon Straight, it has tried to murder me. I don't think it's going to try to murder me as much as the Myers-Manx, which wheelied down the straight in a never-ending spiral of death. But this is going to be flying down the straight, not wheeling. Which in some ways is worse. We're up to 678 horsepower. Not 700 horsepower. 734. And finally, 735. I thought this was 755. I missed it. There we go. There it is. And 1 pound for 40 horsepower. And it added 1 PI, 40 horsepower. That is not good. Because we have a power-to-weight ratio, the best one so far, actually. Lots of cars have been getting fantastic power-to-weight ratios. Weighs just 1,100, it weighs half a ton and has more power than most supercars. This is not, I'm not expecting this to do well. But you never know, I didn't expect the Subaru to do well either. Alright, here we go. We have to be a 126. Set by the Chaparral 2E, and frankly, if we aren't last, I will be impressed. Because if we get to full throttle at all, that will be quite surprising. I'm not expecting to, but you never know. Because we have 755 horsepower, or sorry, 775 horsepower, trying to escape through 195s, and a car that weighs half as much as a Ford Fiesta. That is stupid. Ooh. Yeah, it does get a little bit squirrely under brakes. I braked a little late there. No. Alright, nice and easy, nice and controlled. No need to panic. That corner there is not fun, because you want to get on the power, and then you can't. So you have to be really careful. Oh, brakes are not good. Brakes are terrible. I braked there with the M5 last time, and that was fine. I thought this would be lighter, or since it's lighter, that I could brake later. But no, these brakes are awful. Admittedly, the brakes were initially designed for 60 horsepower, 70 horsepower, and now they're dealing with 700 horsepower. So, I mean, I did upgrade the brakes, but they only upgraded a certain percentage. How fast do we go? We go 150 miles an hour. Ooh. We actually made it! What? We actually made the crest. In the worst car possible for the job. And we didn't die. What? Every single vehicle in this game has flown off that crest and crashed into the wall or gone into the dirt. And then this lightweight, basically airplane wing, takes off perfectly fine and lands it and drives away without a problem. I don't understand how any of that works. I don't understand how any of that works in any way, shape, or form. Now, brake it a little earlier. There we go. We're getting it stopped. Kind of corner a little bit, but doesn't really matter in the long run. Because I'm not expecting this to do very well. There we go. We are 7 seconds up because we didn't crash like an idiot. Yeah. Actually, we're not going to be quite as far down as I initially thought. We're not going to be nearly as far down as I initially thought. That's a 135. Oh, okay. Now we've kind of escaped the road a little bit. But really, that was the most minimal one I have seen so far. And that was hardly an escapade. That doesn't really count. It's kind of like going to your backyard and considering it camping. Ooh. And somehow we are marginally faster. Okay. Now we had to be a little more aggressive with the throttle, which is a recipe for disaster, and be a little more daring under brakes, which is also a recipe for disaster. Because there's many cars which I have what I call a overdrive limit, where if you push that too much, it will spin the car or crash it. And this overdrive limit is super, like, right on the edge of drivability. So if you off-step it just a little bit, you're done. There is no recovering it in the braking zone. There is no recovering it once you get past a certain angle. And yet, we are almost a second up here, folks. That's not going to help it, though. No. You see, that's what I mean. It didn't spin us, but it cost us a lot of time. Come on, there we go. Get the power down nice and easy. 134.3. That is very impressive, actually. Didn't the Beamer do a 134.1? We only need 0.2 of a second to beat the Beamer. And I think we can do that, you know? I think we can do that. It's gonna be really difficult, but I think we can do it. In fact, we're doing it now. Can we be the first vehicle under the 134? Can we be the first sub-134 vehicle? Oh, this is not a result I was expecting. We have the potential to go very fast, and it's all down, surprisingly, to the opening crest. Oh, that's not gonna help. No! I think I screwed it. Nope. We are still up 0.2 of a second. Brakes, 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 brakes. Yeah, now we're done. That's that overdrive factor I was telling you about. Well, we have a very high pressure lap then. We have a very high pressure lap, because we can now be assured that we can actually do a sub 134 with this car. Which I was not expecting at all. I was saying, oh, it may be, I'm hoping for a not a last place. Now we're competing for the lead of the building cars. That is, surprising. And again, it's all because of this crest. You see, I can just, for some reason, I can carry so much speed over that crest, and I don't know why. I can't carry speed anywhere else, but that crest is so fast in this car. It is bonkers. There we go, we're up one... Shoot, never mind. I was about to say we're up in about 0.2 of a second, now we probably aren't. Now I just need to go as fast as possible. High pressure, give it all we got. We just need 4/10 of a second. Just 4/10 of a second. Well, that's not 4/10 of a second, is it? Come on, come on, come on, come on. It does not like elevation changes whatsoever. However, it is dealing with them. No, we're not going to be faster, no. Come on. Dive in the brakes. Come on. Go to the line, go to the line, go to the line. 1:33.9. Haha. We made up so much time on those final two corners. Uh-oh. And we roll across the line. We just did it. 1:33.923. The Lotus is the fastest of the build cars. I don't understand how any of that works. This car should be the worst vehicle we have ever driven. It has the smallest tires. It's got a lot of power. It's the lightest by a fair margin. And yet, it's rear-wheel drive as well. And yet, it is the fastest build car we've ever had around Laguna Seca. Again, I don't know how the physics of that works, but there we go. Now we must see if we can finally get a car back into the top 3 in a straight line. Alright, the Lotus 11 is, well, gonna have to go as fast as possible. This one was a strange one. The front end is lower to the max with no arrow on it. Like, tuned down to the minimum for arrow downforce. The rear end is shot up to the back to make it like almost a 25-degree angle in terms of body angle. So it leans forward aggressively, which gives it downforce. Then the rear wing is at exactly 90 pounds of downforce, which is apparently a good balance between drag and force being put on the rear wheels. So, yeah, it's a weird one, this too, and I've never had to do that before. Like, that much tinkering with the rear wing, but this is a weird car. So, apparently we can go 259 miles an hour if we can actually get the power down. We are to 200 miles an hour, 210, 220, 230, we're wiggling all over the place, 240, there we go. We're at 250, oh, wheeling's not good. I don't want to have another wheelie car. We are smoking down this road, 256. Oh dear, oh dear. We're good. No, we're not good. Maybe. Nah. I don't know. Holy crap. We're still pointing in a straight line? Jesus Christ. I'm pretty sure only a few wheels are on the ground at a time, down the straightaway, and somehow that didn't result in a massive accident, because we were in the air for a good second and a half. All 4 wheels off the ground, launching it back end down towards down the road at 250 miles an hour. That's terrifying. I want to see that in first person. Okay, so we're going to do it. But 256 miles an hour will be the official time. I just want to do this in first person because that seems terrifying. Alright. It probably won't do the same thing on the back way because the bumps are slightly different. But we shall see. We carry 200 miles an hour on the corner. Oh, okay. Maybe it does. Maybe it does do that. Alright, there we go. Power. Power and control. Alright, we're nice and controlled. Oh, no, no. No, no. Put your front end down. Thank you. Holy crap. That was a 250 mile an hour wheelie. And we kept it in the straight line. We didn't crash. 256. no, 255, 256, 256. Yeah, I think 256 is the max. Woo. Okay, so that was from that direction. I want to now see it from the actual way. Okay, and then we shall call it a day. That rhymed. Alright, spin it around. Okay, the tire's warmed up, not that warm. There we go. Short shifted a little bit through these gears, because it doesn't really matter, because 6th gear is where we get all of our power, all of our speed. Because from 200 miles an hour to 250 is all 6th gear. There we go. Alright. How terrifying is this going to be? Let's place our bets, ladies and gentlemen. How terrifying will this be? There's 250. Okay, doing so far so good. 53. 5, we're now to our original top speed. Here comes the bumpy section. Oh dear. Oh dear. If you are motion sick, I do apologize. Well, it actually wasn't too bad. Either that or it was so flat flying through the air I didn't notice it. So either it's so flat flying through the air that I don't notice it when I'm in first person, or that first run was unknown to science. But yeah, 256 miles an hour will put it faster than the Subaru Legacy. And not quite, it is still a couple miles an hour down on the Fast and Furious GTX with 2,000 horsepower, but that's pretty impressive. This has less than 800 horsepower, and it's punching with cars that are 200, 1,200 horsepower more than it. And that is pretty impressive considering the wheels are on the ground for only about 50% of the run. But that's going to be it for this episode of Forza Motorsport, so I'll be back with more